Welcome back, everybody. We're not going to do a teaser on this. I am going to tell you up front. Marie and I went a few weeks ago and we test drove a 3/4 ton Chevy High Country with the Duramax diesel in it. We also went and test drove a 3/4 ton Ford F-250 trimmer, only because it had a payload of like 3,700 pounds on it. The High Country, after we got to looking at it, it only had a payload of 1,637, so it got tossed out immediately. I think everybody knows that Ford, GM, and Ram all make a 100% capable truck. You can't go wrong with any of them. It really comes down to personal preference and the way that you're going to use your truck. We knew that we wanted to go at least 1 ton. I wanted a dually because it seems like we keep changing campers and we run out of payload. So this truck was actually ordered in March by a different person that walked away from the purchase of it. One, it took too long to get here, and then the finance rates went through the roof. So I found the truck and we put a deposit on it. We waited another 3 months for it to come in. In the meantime, we were looking at these other trucks, but we went with a Ram 3500 Night Edition, and this is her. Of course, we went the dually route. Everything is billet silver or black. The main reasons that we went with the Ram, and there were a few. There's some downsides to the Ram, but there are also some really big benefits. My biggest like is, one, it's just a beautiful truck. I mean, it truly is. Two, with the Laramie and up, you get all LED lighting. So every light on this thing is LED, from the tag lights to the headlights to the lights inside. We went with the high output and the ISIN transmission. It's got the blacked out wheels on it. I'm sure the tires will have to be replaced soon. With that, the insides of the door are all leather with suede inlays. A lot better pockets. They call this thing a phone cup insert. We did put WeatherTech HD floor mats, and if you check them out, I didn't know this, but WeatherTech now makes them just like factory, and they actually snap in, so they don't slide. Again, all leather seating. We got the center console. That's the gauge cluster. It's the, I wanted the 8.4. I didn't want the 12-inch. But it's got navigation built into it. It's got all the auxiliary switches, the trailer brake, shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive. It's got multiple USB, I think that's A and C USB ports. In the back, it's got the fold flat, which we don't use, but the black headliner. It came with the Harman Kardon audio system, and something that's really cool, you get lights, so that's new. This truck came with the fifth wheel prep package, so we took the head off of our Champion unit and ordered a new base, and that transferred over. The biggest thing on this truck is this right here. So if you'll notice, the payload is 5,115 pounds. So we should be good when it comes to pulling anything we want to. The other thing is this right here. So this truck was optioned with the air suspension, which means that it auto levels itself. But this is her. We put the mud flaps on it. I put the hitch in it. We put the WeatherTech floor mats in it. And that's about it.
Show me your tailgate.
Oh. I don't know if any of the others do this or not.
This is one of his favorite things.
But I have two favorite things on this. So I can hit this. And it comes down. Now, I can't hit it again and go up, which would really be cool, but it's nice that feature exists. The other thing that I like about this truck, and it is the only truck that does this. So this button right here controls my lower mirrors. So I can control both the upper parts and the convex mirror right here. They're all power adjustable. So I don't have to have Maria lean out and get that spotter mirror straightened out for me. So this truck also came with remote start, keyless push button start. So I'm going to fire her up.
We'll watch close. Don, thank you very, very much.
It's got
very well
tilt steering, adjustable pedals.
I'll also mention that it's super quiet in here.
It does. Ram has this new system to where they monitor the in-cabin sound and send noise canceling acoustic waves through the cabin to make it actually quieter. And this truck is actually very quiet. So, one, it will swap between individual user profiles, so you can set your seats, your mirrors, all of that stuff, and it stays with it. The coolest thing is it will respond to you if you talk to it. Hey Ram, set the climate to 68 degrees.
I've set the temperature to 68 degrees.
Is that not just the coolest thing ever?
Pretty cool.
So,
except it doesn't like to listen to me.
Well, and there's a feature for that. Drivers, you'll love this. not to be a jerk, but so this thing has microphones over its seats, and they're located here, and one's right there. The truck will only listen to human voice coming out of the driver's microphone. You can go in and tell it, I have a passenger with me, go ahead and listen to them too. But Maria can sit there and she can say, hey, Ram, turn the heat on all day long. They won't listen to her. Not a bit. So
He likes that his truck likes him better than me.
the biggest thing is this gauge cluster. We just filled up. The mileage isn't a whole lot better than that, but it was getting 18, 19 on the interstate.
Yeah.
But this thing lets me scroll through, and so it'll tell me what the audio is. It gives me any messages or error screens. The biggest thing is it will let me go into screen setup, and I can go into the center cluster here, the top left, right, bottom left, right, and then these side grids here, and I can tell it what I want to be in there. So upper left right now is set to the compass, but I can tell it I want it to be the outside temperature. So you can manually modify everything that's in there. It's a really cool system. Of course, you've got your gear selector there for up and down. You've got you can mute everything. Another thing that I like, because I don't like a lot of, if we're having to drive at night, I don't like a lot of light inside the truck. You can do screen off, and it'll turn the screen off and everything. It's got heated steering wheel, the air conditioned seats, the heated seats. Then that's your AC. That's how fast the fan is blowing. That's the auto. It's dual climate control. Then
You can set your temperature up here too.
we've got our auxiliary buttons 1 through 6 for externally powered devices. Then the alternate trailer height is to dump the air out of the rear airbags, and tow haul, exhaust brake, and then it's got park sensors front and rear that you can turn off. It's got huge storage, which I'm deeming this the abyss, but it's just massive. I mean, then it's got more storage under that, and it's got a really cool map right there of, I don't know what in the world you'd need that for, but
Fraction to decimal chart. Standard metric wrench conversion chart. Trigonometry ratios. Interesting. I like that it has a plug. It has 2 plugs.
yeah, it's got,
2 110 outlets.
so it's got the 110 outlet there.
And it's got USB and USB-C. 2 of each. It's got the cigarette lighter adapter, and it's got another 110 outlet in the back seat.
Then for the top, it's got
Oh, this is the window. Can
that.
I open it?
Yeah.
That's for the doodle to stick her head out. And she's got cup holders, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. All for Stella.
So that up there is I think both of those go to the same place. Assist will actually, if I hit that, it will call Ram customer care. I don't know what these other buttons do because I hadn't touched them yet. These turn on the reading lights. But what's really cool about this is on the on the side, if I turn on the headlights, see that little guy right there? That is a dimmer that shines just on the center console. So if you're driving down the road and you need just a little bit of light, you can light up just the center of the truck, just enough to get into the console, and it doesn't blind the driver. So let's go over the specs of it. It's a 22 Ram 3500 dually. It has a 50-gallon fuel tank. It's got the 373 rear ends. It's the high output Cummins with the Ison transmission. And I think that's pretty much the bulk of the specs on it. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions or whatnot, put it in the comments. I'll respond to all of them. We love the truck. Of course, it's only got 1,200 miles on it right now. So, time will tell, as far as durability and fuel mileage and stuff. But we'll see you guys next week. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, even if don't put an ugly comment. But we'll see y'all next week.